Boy, what the hell? What in the whole entire goddamn book of Genesis is going on here? This is not what I expected at all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This shit just went all the way left. Like that movie called Wrong Turn. This shit just took a whole entire turn of its own that I'm pretty sure myself and the whole entire audience that was viewing this was not expecting. This shit is crazy. But now let me get on some real shit real quick, because there's quite a couple things that I did notice. For those of you that's been following me for a long time, you know, y'all basically know my content, some of the things that I talk about. And I like to talk about things from personal experience, you know. We just most definitely watched the manifestation of a familiar spirit. Now, the reason why I say that is because social media has taken a turn for the worse. And I've been on social media for a very long time. So I have kind of seen the metamorphosis with this black screen mirror, with these devices. You know, it seemed like as soon as everything went digital, when it did, that was the peak of it. You know, when the televisions went from analog to digital, that was the peak of it. But now we're at the height of it, and it's not hiding itself anymore. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of things is coming up off of these screens, these devices, and it's most definitely manifesting right now in today's real time. This shit is crazy. Now, I know a lot of people is just focusing on the fact that this is Jaguar Wright's son, and he's doing an interview with Tasha K, and the whole debauchery with her, and a lot of the stuff that she's had going on and been saying. You know, a lot of people was just looking at this interview from just like the surface. They're just looking at the surface of it. But really, you have to look behind the veil. You have to look behind the curtain. And I think a lot of what that was coming out of her son's mouth, I think a lot of it went over a lot of people's heads. So I'm going to kind of sort of break it down a little bit. This probably going to be a 2-3 part video. I did go live in the middle of Tasha K's live, but I was told that Jaguar Wright was live. I didn't get to see her live because I don't know what platform she was live on. I thought it was YouTube. I searched YouTube, couldn't find it. So maybe somebody can put it in the comments where she was live at, and then I'll go review it, and then I'll come back and talk about her live stream. But a lot of what this guy was saying tonight went over a lot of people's heads, okay? Now, when he first started the interview, it was smooth sailing. You know, from my observation, it was smooth selling. But when I tell you he started manifesting real quick, and when I say manifesting, I mean like I literally saw a real manifestation of a familiar spirit take over his body. He began to glitch, to stutter over his words. When he started talking about his mother, the way that he was doing, when it got to that point of the conversation, he started stuttering his words. He started glitching. He started twitching. His facial structure changed. And I'm looking at this shit. His eyes, I'm like, wait a minute. This kind of remind me of when Nature Boy was demon possessed, when he did that interview with Sonetta. See, a lot of y'all be watching shit for entertainment purposes, and y'all don't really be understanding what y'all watching. Real shit. I'm looking at, and so not only did I notice the glitching, the stuttering of the words, the twitching and switching of the face, and the changing of the eyes. Not only did I notice that, right, and the changing of the voice, but I also noticed a lot of the stuff that he was saying. Now, the reason why I understood a lot of what he was saying is because I lived that life. I lived that life, especially when he was talking about her being into witchcraft and her being a sacrifice for the industry. I'm listening to this shit like, now we getting to the bottom of what's really going on. Because I've always said that I like Jaguar Wright to a certain extent. Some of the things that she do expose pertaining to industry, I do understand. But a lot of the stuff that she has exposed and has said and has gotten away with, you know, I've always also said that she is controlled opposition. She is not a real whistleblower for the industry at all. You have people like Isaac Cappy, who is and was a real industry Hollywood whistleblower, and they offed his ass. You see what I'm saying? They off his ass, and many others, and many others, you know. So people who are exposing the industry for real, they have to get rid of you. They have to silence you. And if they don't silence you, then they have to make you look like you're lying, or you're crazy, or you're on drugs, or you out your mind, or you know, just whatever. So she's always, in my eyes, been controlled opposition. She ain't exposing shit that they not allowing her to. And I've always said and thought that she was still a part of it some type of way. She was still connected in some type of way. Because it's just no way. There's just no way. I've seen her manic episodes. I've seen her breakdowns. I've seen these. So I know that she is still connected to the kingdom of darkness in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, with all that being said, let me just say this. From my personal experiences, and just from my observation from watching this interview tonight, what I can say is that there's spiritual trauma there. There's so many levels to trauma. There's physical trauma. There's mental trauma. There's a lot of spiritual trauma there. And so the things that he went through as a child and had to endure as a child, he never sought out the proper help, the proper spiritual help to basically heal himself spiritually. Like, for example, when he was talking about her being in some witchcraft and sacrifices that was being made and stuff like that, all of the stuff that he had to endure as a child and go through and see as a child pertaining his mother while she was in the industry, that do tend to affect the children a lot. It really do. And so by them being children, they don't know how to handle certain things. You see what I'm saying? So they began to become MK Ultra, and then they began to come and they began to pick up certain characteristics from being around the environment that they are in. You understand what I'm saying? Which makes them later on in life, if they don't receive the proper help, disassociate from real reality, which is what we saw tonight. We saw complete disassociation and full-blown demonic manifestation. All because of his mother being in the industry and having ties to the industry. So a lot of what he said tonight, I'm not going to lie to you, I can believe it. When he was talking about when he was talking about her being demonic and having a succubus spirit, and he was talking about the abyss, and he was talking about the spirit of the Leviathan. I've talked about all of this. I'm like, damn, this is some real demonic. This is a familiar spirit talking. Let me say this. Whatever familiar spirit, because this is generational. You understand what I'm saying? As far as they bloodline and her having ties to the industry. Whatever she was into far as witchcraft, okay? When she was in the industry, which I still think she a part of, whatever type of entity that she took on is now connected to her children. Did she have also a son die? That could have played a part in it too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this shit run deep. This shit run real deep. And it's not fun and games. Like, this is some real shit. People just look at this like, oh, it's for entertainment. This is way beyond entertainment purposes. And if you have not experienced a real spiritual warfare, you would think that this is just some entertainment, and it's not. We literally watched him battle spiritual warfare. I literally saw him disassociate so many times. He was jumping in and out of consciousness, meaning that familiar spirit was jumping in and out his body. 1 minute it was his actual person speaking, then the next minute, when his voice got deep and his eyebrows started twitching, that's how you know the familiar spirit was jumping in his body. The shit was crazy. And I'm looking at this like, and shout out to the couple people I had 2 people text me. One person asked me and said, is that a demon? No, they said, is he a demon? And then the next person texted me and said, I think he's demonically possessed. Shout out to my goddamn Red Pill gang, because y'all understand and y'all can see. Y'all can see. A lot of people was deaf, dumb, and blind to this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And they only looking at shit on the 3D realm. This is a spiritual battle. We living in a spiritual world. And Jaguar Wright has been into some demonic shit. And she still is. Granted, she have exposed some things. But only what she has been allowed to. Don't get shit misconstrued. Don't get it fucked up. So I need to find her live and see what platform she was live on so I can watch it and analyze it. Because from what I analyzed tonight, her son, there's some spiritual suicide that's going on. And it all stems from her. There's not a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist in this whole entire world that's going to be able to help them get rid of them demons. If you really want to talk on some spiritual shit. Like, this is, this ain't for everybody. This is not for everybody. The shit was so deep. Tasha K she didn't even have any real words or real questions for him. Because see, the spirit that was speaking out his body, that's an ancient familiar spirit. That spirit been around probably generations of their generations. You understand what I'm saying? This is why he was able to articulate certain things about her spiritually the way he did. Stop playing. What? Man, listen, this shit crazy. I need to find her live. I need to find her live. If somebody can put in the comments where she was live at, I will go find it and I will watch it. I will analyze it and I will come and talk about it. But this shit is crazy. This is the second time that I personally have watched full-blown demonic manifestation. Live on air. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Tell me what y'all think. One thing that I do know is that boy was demonically possessed tonight. And then that crazy ass laugh that he did at the end, that was not him. That was the spirit that was inhabiting his body. Like, what? Yo, y'all put y'all thoughts and comments down below. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
And share this video. I want you to share this video with the world.